Surprise live during my shift, one of my shifts at the hospital. Someone asked me a great question and I wanted to come on here and address it briefly. I don't think I've been doing a great job of defining what certain things mean to me. Some things I refer back to several times, all the time. That divine feminine, that divine female power. I refer to this often, and someone asked me, what is that? What are you talking about? Basically, this person's newer to my page, so they probably haven't seen some of my lives previously. So I just wanted to get on here and share. If you recall, from the very beginning, the reason I made this page was to educate women, empower women, and raise awareness to the fact that they have a pelvic floor that they can control, that we have more power than we've been given credit, that we've been told about. This is the divine feminine power that I'm referring to, our pelvic floor. It comes from our pelvic floor muscles, and this is divine because we are created this way. We were born this way. It's innate power. We have it. Whether you think so or not, we have it. Everyone has that power. And it's the reason that so many women are able to give birth, for example, naturally, unmedicated, and sometimes without any assist from another person, without a physician, without their spouse or partner, without a doula, without a midwife. Yes, this is true. Women have done this, and it's not the first time that women are doing this now. Women have been giving birth by themselves since the beginning of time. It reminds me of that episode in Handmaid's Tale, if anyone's ever seen that show, which I don't recommend watching because it's this dystopian community that almost feels like we're heading that way lately. Not communities, this dystopian world. And the main character had to give birth by herself. No one around, and she does it. You think that's fiction? It's not fiction. It's been done many, many times. Women have that power. They're able to do it. They're able to give birth. That power comes from our ability to tune in, our intuition, our ability to just slow down, shut the world out around us, right? Create that tight bubble of focus, of introspection, to listen to our body and breathe, right? So this divine feminine power that we all have, I like to refer back to this example, giving birth. And we have all the tools we need to do that successfully inside of our body. We are born with that. So when I talk about this divine feminine power, it's your natural power that you have. And it's not just the pelvic floor. It's understanding that we are electrical beings and we are connected to this field of infinite power, and we can tap into that field of infinite power. Okay, that's teaching and stories for another day, chats for another day, but we all have that, ladies and gentlemen. We all have that. And another example I love to share to prove my point that we have the ability to connect to our pelvic floor. We have the ability to tap into our pelvic power, as I like to refer. It's not this. It's an actual thing. If you were potty trained as a child, that's your proof right there. The moment you became potty trained, the moment you realized, oh, I have control over my urine coming out, me eliminating the urine and stool from my body, or oh, I have control over holding the poop in when it wants to come out. That's you connecting to that pelvic power. That's you tapping into that pelvic power. We just forget that we have that because we never talk about it as life progresses, as life goes on. We're not educated about this powerful area of our body. The pelvic chakra. Some people refer to it as the pelvic chakra. And so many people, women that I've worked with, have this energy that's stuck down here. Energy that was never released. That's part of that pelvic chakra. And that can contribute to pain, lack of confidence. It can affect sex life. It can affect relationships, and that can have to do with even your childhood. Maybe you're holding on to tension and pain in this part of your body, in this area. Just as we can hold tension up top, we can hold tension down below. So we're not taught to reconnect to this area in our body. And so what happens more times than I would like is that women, after they have babies, they give birth, and then they're so disconnected from that area. Maybe childbirth wasn't the easiest, maybe it was difficult, but they're so disconnected to that area that they have a hard time controlling their bowels, controlling their bladder, healing postpartum, getting that strength back to get that natural pelvic reflex that's supposed to kick in every time we take a step. Before every single step we take, before our heel hits the ground, our pelvic floor is supposed to slightly contract. And our pelvic floor is supposed to do different things at different times of the day based on the event, the task that's taking place. So that reflex and that action by the pelvic floor is lost by so many women after childbirth, and they have a hard time reconnecting to it because they just were never taught. So that's what the divine feminine power that I'm referring to is, okay? That's what I refer to, and that's what I take time with almost daily to connect to, on a personal level, on a deeper level. When no one else is around, when no one else is bothering me, I'm by myself. You see that I like to do my exercises, my time connecting with my body and my pelvic floor. I like to do that at the beach, on the sand. That's when I feel the most grounded, the most at peace, at the beach or outside on the grass, outside in the sunshine. So that's double dipping to me. You're double dipping in your healing efforts because you're doing your exercises outside. So you're not only doing the exercises, but you're also getting the light, the electromagnetic field from the sun, and you're grounding with the earth. So I hope this was helpful to anybody wondering when I refer to that divine feminine power. You have it, and I hope that I'm building that curiosity inside of you to want to tap into that and find out what I'm talking about. Maybe you'll join me next year in Revive. Can't wait to meet you.